Yo, it's the 1990s Jim Carrey from In Living Color setting myself on fire for attention. Okay, so today we're gonna take you guys around my favorite neighborhood in Phnom Penh. Out of all the places that I've stayed, and I've stayed in a lot of different neighborhoods, it's BKK2. It really cool neighborhood, old neighborhood. It's not as high density as in BKK1, and it's not as old, kind of trendy and like overpriced as BKK3 and like Tuol Sleng. It's actually kind of like this like nice little sweet spot right in the middle. And I'll show you guys the neighborhood, and we'll show you why we like staying over here. And I mean, it may not be for you. You might be more into the high-rise thing. This is a little bit more chill and quiet. But we're gonna take a walk around, and we're gonna show you guys what's in the area. What's up, guys? So we're walking through BKK2. This neighborhood is mostly known for S21, the torture museum. Most tourists who come into town will most likely pass through this neighborhood because it's one of the main things that you're supposed to come and see when you're in Phnom Penh. A lot of officials live over here. It's relatively safe to live. We did just have a guy get murdered on this corner.
Oh yeah.
A Vietnamese dude got whacked. Like
a couple days ago.
Like a bunch of Vietnamese people jumped out of a fucking car and like whacked this Vietnamese dude. Supposedly he had a knife. I mean, we all think it had something to do with mafia or something. I mean, but it made it into the Cambodian paper and the Vietnamese paper. And then he ended up dying in front of our building. He ended up running to our building and then dropping dead in front of our building. But this is where it actually happened, like this corner. But I don't want you guys to think that like just because something like that happened here, that it's necessarily not safe. Like, you know, Cambodia is still a pretty safe country. Like, you do have to use common sense. Like, if you're gonna like have like a GoPro, for example, or expensive phone, it's the same as Saigon. You got to keep it to your body. You know, if you're gonna use it, you put your back to the wall. Maybe read your phone to the wall.
The thing is, in Phnom Penh, there's not as many motorbikes that there is in Saigon. So, of course, the percentage is going to go down. You know what I mean? Like, there's just not as many motorbikes. There's more cars and tuk-tuks here.
And because you have, you know, a much lower population, you're not dealing with people coming out of every angle. You know, in Saigon, a lot of reasons why people get phones stolen and things like that is it's just so chaotic, and a lot of foreigners aren't used to the way the traffic moves. And it's true here too, but the population density here is a lot lower. Violent crime is very rare here. Maybe getting your phone snatched, like I said, but even that, like, it's still not that common. Like, you know, you just got to use common sense, guys. Like, you know, you're in a developing country, and you know, shit can happen. But I wouldn't tell somebody not to live in BKK2 just because of that shooting. We live in BKK2 and we have no intentions of leaving. Like, I like it over here. It's like 5 minutes to jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I think this is the first time we lived in BKK2.
It is.
Right?
We stayed up on the Riverside, BKK3.
Yeah, Riverside, BKK3, and the other one was on the Riverside too.
Tanlay Basak.
Oh, Tanlay Basak.
Yeah, so we've lived a few places in Phnom Penh.
But not here. This is our first time living here.
And guys, just check it out, like, as we walk, right? Check out how chill this is.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
And the weather is perfect right now, guys. It's like 5 o'clock. So just because a dude got smoked on the corner doesn't mean that it's not necessarily safe. I mean, you know, Cambodia, crazy shit can happen like any time here, but for the most part, it's pretty chill. Like, I mean, guys, like, take a look. We got villas. These are fucking embassies. I'm pretty sure this is an embassy, right? Villa, for sure, villa.
I think so.
You know, like, this is not a poor...
I don't see a sign.
Look, this is not a poor neighborhood. Look at this. There are people over here, they got dough. And, you know, at the very end of this road, you end up into BKK1.
It says it's a school.
Oh, it's a school. Okay, look. Home of English International School. There you go. So ESL employment, and it's like a large school. It's like a fucking villa. So again, you know, just because something happens, you know, crime doesn't work the same way it does in the West. Like, it's not always like there's just this neighborhood where just because people are poor that it's going to be dangerous. A lot of times here, the poor neighborhoods are not dangerous necessarily. It's a lot of times the places are dangerous are the places that get the most foreigners or that have a lot of Chinese because of the gambling and all the mafia shit. So whatever went on between those guys, if you're a foreigner from a Western country, you don't need to worry about that shit because that has nothing to do with you and you're not involved in it. And nobody went and shot the whole street up. They just whacked one dude.
No.
And it was like, I don't know, it's a little crazy, but like, I don't know. I'm still not going to give up my apartment over here. I would recommend to friends who are coming to town to still stay over here. Let's show you the neighborhood a bit. It's really nice. Like,
still safer than in the U.S.
I mean, guys, like, look how nice this is. It's like, it's tree lined. Look at the pace of life. Like, I lived in Saigon for 5 years, guys, and like, Saigon, I was gonna eventually have a fucking stroke living out there. Like, there's just too much movement all the time, and like, the air quality isn't good, and like, there's a lot of here. The air quality is actually really not bad. Like,
I gotta tell you guys, BKK2 is very convenient. You know, if you need something, you'll find it here.
and not only is it very convenient, but it's got like a lot of food, a lot of restaurants.
Yeah,
and
it's
look,
got
guys,
grocery stores, pharmacies.
look at this architecture. I mean, it's
Wow.
not.
It's beautiful.
It is a beautiful district, and it's not as crowded and hectic as BKK1.
Yes.
Or
yeah,
as
that's the
trendy
thing.
and overpriced as Tuol Sleng, you know? I really love it over here. So one of the things I like about it is, we're into grappling, and our jiu-jitsu club is like 5 minutes from here, but it's really, if I want to go into the whole like center of the city, like Phnom Penh, or like over into like the furthest parts of the riverside, it really only takes about 30 minutes in a tuk-tuk.
Right.
And if you're taking tuk-tuks, you can get around so fucking cheap, man. It's like basically the price of a fucking motorbike taxi in Vietnam, but you can fit 2 people, sometimes even 3 people into this thing. I think it's safer. They're lower to the ground. You're less likely to get mowed down than you are on a motorbike. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of things I like better about Cambodia so far, guys, after years of living in Vietnam. I appreciate some of the things about this country that years ago I don't think I would have understood, but having lived in Asia now for a long time, like, I have a real new appreciation for why Phnom Penh is so awesome.
In Cambodia, we don't really eat much street food. That's the thing.
That is a disadvantage. It's a big disadvantage because
we don't.
The street food is definitely a little bit less accessible.
I always feel that is missing here,
Yeah, I mean, it depends, guys. You can take a chance, and I'm not telling you can't eat the street food, because I do know people who eat street food. But one of the dudes I go to jiu-jitsu with, he literally pulled a fucking, like, I don't even know, man, like almost like maybe 8 or 10 inch worm out of his asshole.
Yeah.
From eating fucking
worms.
I guess pork, or I'm not sure what caused it.
Usually it's from meat.
And I heard like pork is particularly bad for this. So, we don't really fuck with too much street food. It's more accessible to me in Vietnam for sure.
Yeah, that's what I miss.
But even there, I got sick a lot too.
Oh, guys, look at these houses real quick.
Yeah, take a look how beautiful this neighborhood is.
Whoa. I don't know. You don't have this everywhere. You know what I mean?
No, this is really beautiful.
You don't see that everywhere.
This is a really beautiful city. That's another thing. Like, you walk around Phnom Penh, and
wow, even that one.
It's just so much. I don't know. I've always thought it's much more beautiful than Saigon, and I do love me some Saigon. But after being out here for so many years, I've really kind of loved Phnom Penh. Like, it took a while. Like, the first couple times I came, I didn't appreciate it. I didn't really like it that much. But it was less developed. Things are a lot more developed now, guys. You have apps for transport, cuts out a lot of scamming. They're starting to bring in actual standards with things like making you get work permits and stuff. The country is actually starting to develop, and it's been a lot more pleasant every time we've come back. Like, I've seen the infrastructure get better. But what I love about BKK2, guys, is that, as you can see, you're very much still in Cambodia. You know, BKK1 can feel at times like a bit like a Miami buzz sort of, but like, you know, high rises with like nice pools and like clubs and restaurants everywhere, but it's always fucking hectic. Whereas guys, look at this. We are in fucking middle of the city. Like I could be in BKK1 in 5 minutes in a tuk-tuk from where we are now, or I could be in BKK3 in like 5 minutes from a tuk-tuk from like where we're walking, right? So
I've seen a bunch of convenience stores on the way. Lady was selling coconuts. Just very convenient.
I'm walking by my homeboy's bar. I want to show you guys this bar. I'm not going to go.
Oh yeah, definitely go here.
Yeah, you got to check this out. This is my buddy from, he's from America. Him and his partner, they opened up this craft brewery. And yeah, right check here. It out.
Noisy Chili.
These guys were the first people to introduce craft beer to Cambodia.
They still have it. Real Brewing.
So they were originally Real. I guess they're doing both. But this place is called Noisy Chili Taphouse. So they do beers made out of like dragon fruit, and they're just like really good people, really good vibes. If you're looking for something different to do when you're in town, definitely come check them out. Actually, my man Tyler, the one who owns it, he's one of the people I've known who's been out here like the longest. Like he's been out here a very long time, almost 15 years. He speaks Khmer fluently, but he's from America. His partner is from Australia, also a really cool guy. So guys, over here, this is Tuol Sleng. So this is the S21 Torture Museum. Hi, hey Bong. Oh, it's okay, Bong. This is the S21 Torture Museum. Basically, this school is where like the Khmer Rouge were torturing people during the war. A lot of
We have not been there.
We've not gone inside. I went to the killing fields, I think about maybe 10 years ago, and that was enough for me. I try to mostly focus on the positives in Cambodia. So, you know, I guess if you're really into the history, it's important, you know, you should come check it out. But one time was enough for me. It's okay, Bong. No, Bong, sorry. Today, walking, Bong. So guys, it's very easy to get around with English here. Most people speak English. Most of the tuk-tuk guys, everything's app-based now. So it's a lot less shady than it was years ago. And like, you still don't want to be getting into random tuk-tuks. It's probably not a good idea, but like, it's a lot less sketchy than it was years ago. And the rideshare apps have really helped that. All right, guys. So we're going to just wander around BKK2 a little bit and then just head back to our neighborhood, our side of it. But it's a pretty well-organized little area, guys. Like everything's kind of a grid. The roads are pretty straight. You can start to see ahead of us. I don't know if you guys can see yet, but there's some like tall buildings starting to appear, and that'll be BKK1. So that area is gonna be a lot more busy and a lot more exciting than where we are now. Yeah, BKK2 is a nice lower density spot. You can see here, guys, there's like massage places. Like they got a Khmer massage spot right here. And the rest of the neighborhood is largely residential. So you guys can see, like, there's all kinds of different styles of accommodation, right? So like this, obviously is a step above what we saw across the street, you know? But it's really not difficult to find yourself a decent little service department in this city. The problem is that a lot of places try to charge you way fucking too much. And you know, oftentimes people think they have better properties than they really do. And it can be a little bit hard depending on what your specifics are. If you're not specific and you just want a cheap place to live, like you can find so cheap in this city. But if you want something that's like, you know, got some standards, like nicer kind of neighborhood, maybe some more services, like a pool, things like that, then that's where it can get a little bit more tricky finding a good deal. And, you know, we're very lucky that our business partners out here got us into something for so cheap. I mean, we're paying $480 a month to live over here, guys. And like I said, this is one of Phnom Penh's like top neighborhoods, you know? It's
there's so many restaurants over here. I didn't even realize. I mean, I definitely saw on the map, but like now walking around, it's cool.
We got a truck coming to us. All right, hey, Boeung. Going through the jungle, son, through the jungle. And here we are on the open sewer. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys the open sewer. This is pretty fucked. So this smells terrible, by the way. Check it out. This is the open sewer that just fucking middle of this neighborhood. This sucks, honestly.
Isn't this the border, Jai?
This is the border, I think. I'm not sure, but I think over here is BKK1, I think. I know it is eventually. I don't know if it starts right at the, I don't know if it begins right at the canal.
We're not sure.
I don't know what you call this. This is it's a canal, I guess.
It's pretty bad.
It's pretty fucking bad. Nepal was like
bad,
this too.
But today, actually, it's not too bad.
No, it doesn't smell as bad as it does sometimes. Sometimes
I've smelled it way worse.
you come by in the tuk-tuk and it's like really
Death.
fucking strong. Yeah,
It's like death.
And you guys can see there's like, look, there's bars.
Yeah, there's cafes.
Right along it.
No, on this side it was.
You know, and then over here, again, like I said, more service departments.
Places for rent.
More,
Yeah.
you know, more service departments.
I gotta tell you guys, like, we did a lot of different types of apartment videos. Definitely check that out if you're interested. We did like low budget. We did luxury. What was the other one? Oh, if they want to buy, right?
Yeah, we did real estate stuff, guys.
If you want to like buy a condo, we have a bunch of videos.
We've done a lot of research on the real estate market out here, Phnom Penh, guys. So if you're looking to buy something or do something out here, like a lot of our friends have been expats a long time. They own businesses, they own land, which officially you're not supposed to be able to do. But of course, there's always a way to do it, you know? And, you know, if you know the right people and you work with the right people in a country, make sure that they, you know, they look after you and they actually want positive outcomes. You know, you can really do a lot of amazing things in this country. I love me Cambodia, even though at times it can be crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Tofu they have.
She's got some mushrooms. Hey, Bong. How much?
Mushroom.
Yeah.
1,000 for one piece.
Oh, okay. Can I have moi and moi? Cool. That's not bad for a grilled mushroom. So
How much was the total?
this was 1,000 per grilled dish, right?
So the total's 2,000. So isn't that like 25 cents then?
I think it's like 50 cents. It's 4,000 is like $1.
Oh, okay.
Like
50 cents.
so. Check it out. I got two things. I got and there's sauce on it. Look at that. That's nice.
Yeah, she put it on for you.
Yeah. So.
Oh, spicy.
Like we're not vegans, guys. We're pescatarian, but like every once in a while, I do like some veg, you know. And look, these mushrooms. What is this? 25 cents a piece, right? 50 cents for everything.
I think so. Yeah.
Mmm.
I think
Oh
so.
my God. Mmm. And like I said a bit earlier in the video, some of the guys I know who have some of the street food have had some problems, so to speak, right? And I've gotten sick here before, even in some restaurants. So a lot of times with things on the street, I'll stick to like things like grilled vegetables, or I can look at the quality of what I'm seeing, you know.
The worst one is pork. Watch out for pork here.
I think beef can be bad too.
They're saying you can take some pills though, right?
Well, you're gonna take like ivermectin or other anti-parasitic drugs, but
You gotta be careful.
I just try to eat at mid-range restaurants, cook a few meals at home, you know. Stick to things like this if I'm gonna get something on the street where it's vegetables, it's most likely not gonna be too bad as, you know, like it's being grilled, cooked over a fire. Anyway, me, you should try this before I eat it all. It's like a sweet and sour sauce almost, right?
I think so, yeah.
I mean,
It's actually not spicy. I thought it was gonna be spicy.
And that is another advantage, guys, to being in BKK2, is that there is a lot of times Khmer and foreigner businesses that sell food that's a little bit higher quality, because that's what the people in the area expect, because there's more money in the area. There's a lot of little sit-down restaurants over here, you know, where you can go in and have like a pretty cheap meal. You're very, very close to Tuol Sleng. And guys, here's another example of how this neighborhood is a little bit nicer. You've got a wine store here, and they're importing wines from South Africa, Chile, Argentina, right? So you're getting wine import stores in your neighborhood. You're not usually working in a very, or living in a very neighborhood. So BKK2 is pretty cool in my opinion. It's low density. It's got a lot of cool shops. Some of the food standards are a little bit better. There's more tourists that come through here because of S21, because of Tuol Sleng, right?
Yeah.
So there's all these guys who will, like the tuk-tuk guys will try to pick you up, you know, but it's
really not that bad though, to be honest. I think the last time, not the last time, but the time before, 2013 or whatever, the tuk-tuks were really bad. Do you remember?
When we first
Before
came,
the rideshare apps?
Before all the rideshare apps, guys, when we first came out here, people would be like following you into restaurants, like tuk-tuk, will you get a tuk-tuk later? Can you get me in 20 minutes? And I would start feeling really bad because it's like, you don't want to like tell them like leave you alone, but you kind of had to back then. You had to just be real stern and just walk away, you know? But now, over time, you know, the rideshare apps has really mellowed it out, and like 90% of the time, if you just say no to the guys for the tuk-tuk, they leave you the fuck alone, you know? They don't, you know, and if you need one, you know there's always gonna be one close by. I mean, you know, transportation is so much better here than in Saigon. Like,
so BKK2, you can get a tuk-tuk within 1 to 2 minutes. It is very easy. All different times of day, right? Like we went all different times of day.
I can't think of a time I waited more than 3 minutes.
Yeah.
For like a tuk-tuk. Food deliveries, I get food from BKK1, Tuol Sleng, sometimes even as far as the riverside. Really doesn't cost that much to get it delivered to our building. There's lots of, like I said, you know, the wine store we've shown you there. There's a nail salon here.
Right here, actually.
You know, and they do massage and this type of stuff. So just, it's called Vogue, I guess. I have no idea. But then, you know, you've got your Circle, what is this, Circle K?
Oh yeah, Circle K.
So like all the essentials, really. I mean,
I never really liked Circle K, but I go in there for the air conditioning.
Yeah, I hate Circle K in Vietnam, but I don't have much experience with Circle K in Cambodia.
Sometimes we just like stop places because of the AC, literally. Right?
Oh yeah, because guys, it gets so hot. I mean, even now the weather's super nice right now. And even now we have to stop and drink water, and it's kind of hot.
It's just like a little oasis on your like blazing hot walk. I don't even know. What time is it? Let me see. At 6:30. It's 6:30 at night. And it's blazing hot like this. Oh, she got sugar cane.
So we got the sugar cane and we got the coconuts.
Coconut.
And sure, I got some bananas.
I've seen already 4 rental signs.
And guys,
room for rent.
So many service departments available. BKK2 is, if you want to go low budget, you definitely can find something nice over here. If you want to go higher budget, I can help you a lot. You know, that's something that I've seen almost every unit in this fucking city doing these real estate videos. Every time we've been out here, I've been doing different ones. And I've seen a lot of the main stock that's on the market. And the lady I'm working with right now, she gets such under market stock for housing. Like the price is like very cool. I'm very happy with what we got. And if you're working with us for our Cambodia service, we'll help you guys get good deals on apartments also. All right, guys, so we're just on the other side of Tuol Sleng now. So we were on the one side and now we're kind of on the other side. So all we did really was walk in a grid, guys. Basically, we walked in like a square. And, you know, Phnom Penh is kind of good that way. The original French grid system is still in use. So BKK2 is a grid. It's very easy to get around. The streets make a lot of sense. This is something I'm not used to living in Southeast Asia. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's like pretty easy to not get lost here.
Like
also, a lot of the streets are numbered, right?
Yeah, it's a number system. It's
number system, which is also fairly easy.
And it's certainly not perfect. I'm not going to pretend that it doesn't have its issues, but it's not bad. And the traffic's really not as bad as in Saigon either. And the visas are a lot better. I mean, I think for the ESL teachers, you don't really make the money, you know, but you get a nice lifestyle here, guys. And again, so I want to talk about something really, really interesting about the Cambodia. This is the S21. This is the torture museum right here, guys. And right across the street, you have modern nail salons. And,
Oh, look at this guy.
you know,
Hey.
and cute little puppies, you know, and this,
no.
this neighborhood has become one of the more popular and trendy neighborhoods that you can live in Phnom Penh.
Oh, Jay, they got dumplings.
Oh, cool.
Little dumpling spot.
A little dumpling spot.
There's like life right next to the Tuol Sleng Genocide Museum.
Yeah, because tourists come through here, you know, and it makes a lot of sense. Like why, you know, life carries on, and Cambodia has developed a lot since the first time we came here, guys.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, this history is still really, really, really horrible, really, really, really sad. But it seems to me like Cambodia's, you know, their future is looking pretty good. I mean, you've got much more infrastructure than the first times we came out here. Much, much, much more development. I don't know. I feel like there's some things to be very optimistic about. For someone who consults expats on Southeast Asia, this is probably one of the best places you can be for your visa, you know? It's really straightforward, pay to play, you know, kind of like Vietnam before the pandemic. You know, there's expectations, there's things you're gonna have to do. It's not like it was years ago. Nowadays, they do want people getting work permits, and they want people doing, you know, trying to get companies legal and paying taxes and this kind of stuff. But, you know, you're getting a more developed country than you were years ago. And I think I'm really happy to see it. I've really enjoyed coming back to Phnom Penh over the years and really seeing the difference. Look, guys, another little cool cafe. Cafe, right? So this area, even though it has a horrific history, is one of the most trendy and cool little neighborhoods in the entire city. More facials, massage, this type of services. And there's some sort of an eatery, TJ Eatery. I don't know what he's selling, but
Wow.
what a contrast, guys. This
Number 113.
this terrible part of their history, but then you look just next door and it's like trendy eateries, trendy cafes. Phnom Penh is such a surreal place, guys. I really have, over the years, fallen in love with it. I found that my friend told me, the one who opened that bar I showed you, he told me that it just gets into you, and he's right, it really does. At times it can be really crazy, but there's just something about it that I love. And that I always end up back in this town. And I don't feel as unhealthy here either as I did in Saigon. Air pollution isn't as bad, and it's got some traffic issues, but the traffic is nowhere near as bad. There's way less people. You don't have the population problems that you have in Vietnam. You know, it's funny, the people here, the traffic is kind of bad sometimes, and it's funny because they all think it's really bad traffic, but compared to Saigon, the traffic here is nothing.
Oh, it's a walk in the park here.
It's pleasant. It's nice sometimes, you know. I mean, there are times a day where you're going to want to put on a mask because you'll be out with a lot of bikes and tuk-tuks and breathing that shit in. But, you know, it's not like Saigon where fucking, man, any time of the day you could be sitting in gridlock with like millions and millions of fucking motorbikes, you know. Anyway, guys, let's check it out. This is the beautiful BKK2. Guys, so we stopped at a bakery. We're gonna grab a couple snacks, wrap it up just to show you guys. We like living in BKK2. If you're thinking about coming to Phnom Penh, Cambodia, this is definitely a great area to start. It's central. You're in the middle of everything. There's food, there's conveniences. If you guys are thinking about coming out here and you want to do any business out here, find employment, set up a company, get at us on our Facebook fan page. If you guys enjoyed the little neighborhood walk, we'll try to do more of that for you. We'll try to do some maybe over in BKK3 or in Tonle Basic. Anyways, I'm hot as fuck. I need to go home, take a shower. Thank you for watching. Smash the like button, subscribe, share, and brush your teeth. Mish and I, you know, we get around. We do a lot of work at home, but every once in a while we get around and take strolls around our neighborhood and try to take it in. And BKK2 is just a nice place to live, so we kind of thought we'd take the YouTube along with us, show you guys a little bit what it's like in this interesting part of Phnom Penh. I gotta go back to fucking Vietnam next month, guys. I gotta go back to Vietnam and redo my my background check because the head of the Ministry of Police, I guess, got himself into some legal trouble. So now everybody's background check is void. So now I have to go back and I have to do another one. So it's fine. Not the end of the world. It's a good excuse to go back and to see everybody. And I always enjoy my time in Vietnam. But I gotta tell you guys, even though I'm gonna have my work permit most likely this month, I'm not really sure I want to stay in Southeast Asia. Like, I feel like I'm getting pulled towards India a little bit. I'm getting pulled towards Europe a little bit. I don't know. We haven't made like a decision yet on what we're gonna do or where we're gonna go. So guys, leave us in the comments what you think maybe we should do. It's gonna be winter time, and we're thinking maybe go somewhere off season where we can get a spot for not so expensive. Mish, what is this cake you're fucking eating?
So it's coconut and pandan.
And pandan?
It's pretty good.
Yeah? Oh, wow.
That's good, right?
Like a durian taste to it.
Durian?
A little bit.
This is like coconut.
I don't know. It has a little bit of that.
Uh-oh, somebody switched the tag on us.
No, it's really good. I don't know what pandan is anyway. I know I have pandan tea.
Tea, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Those little fruits. But is it a fruit? I must be a fruit.
I don't know.
This is really chewy, guys.
Okay, guys, so it is, what time is it? It is now 6:45, and we are outside eating pastries, sweating balls. And it's 6:45.
It's so hot. But
I don't
anyway,
even know.
and we got this other pastry, this bean pie,
Oh yeah, I want to try this one now.
just so we can try a couple things for you. And how much was all this, Mish?
$1.50.
Right, so you can have some good ass snacks, man. Actually, I've been having some of the best Chinese food in this city for the price. Like, I've been having really good Chinese food in this city.
Hey, this has nuts in it.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah. All right, so this is a bean pie. Try that. It's got some paper on the bottom, I think. Yeah, there we go.
Well, don't eat that. What's inside?
Coconut and like beans.
Ooh, that sounds mad good.
Yeah.
So this is the other half. It's supposed to be pandan. It's delicious. I think it has peanuts in there. I don't know. It's good though. Is it good?
Yeah, it's like coconut. And the beans. Yeah, it was really fucking good. Wow.
Save me some too. You want some of this one?
Yeah, we'll switch.
Yeah, this is really good. I like the pandan with the peanut.
I still like living at BKK2. So I imagine that you might like it also. So that's why we took you for a walk today. Thank you for watching. Smash the like button, subscribe and share. Are you thinking of living, investing, buying property, buying land, working, or spending any significant time in Cambodia? Cambodia is an amazing country that offers a wide range of different opportunities for someone who has an open mind. If you're thinking about coming to Cambodia for the first time, we offer a consulting service for people who are looking to have everything done for them before they arrive. They want their housing contacts, their employment, their consultants, whatever they want to find in the country, they want it set up. That's what we do for you. We make it easy so that you don't have to worry about scams, problems, or other pitfalls that new expats face in this amazing country.